Hello. All right. Anyway, this is going into the storyboard, so it's going to be a more of a boring video, more boring than my videos usually are. Supposedly, I don't know what you people consider entertainment today is beyond me. Heil Hitler, nigga, Heil Hitler, and all that bullshit. So, anyways, So I'm going to give you a little tour of where the fire happened. So this goes in the storyboard. The only way to, I can't keep re-explaining the story in reference to this fire. So the only way to, if you're really interested, you can go into my storyboard and there's a playlist called The Event. And that's where I talk about the fire. There's also the pre-event of everything that led up to the event. And then there's a playlist called post-event, which is the aftermath of the event itself. And so, but the playlist titled The Event is where I talk about the fire, the death threat, the murder investigation, on, etc., etc. So this video is going to be in reference to the fire. So I'm going to do my best to get some video of it, but I'm going to have to be kind of covert. I'd really like to get on the property and show you in detail, because that would be the best way to illustrate it. Nonetheless, I'm going to do my best with what I can do right now. So I'm parked right in front of the of where the event took place, including the fucking massive arson fire that destroyed half a block. So first I'll show you from sitting in my vehicle here what I'm talking about when I'm talking about half a block fucking went up in flames. Okay, so I'm going to show you just from the car, and then I'm going to get out and try to get a better look. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom in. Okay, so this is the corner of the street, and then right here on the corner, this is the property in question. See, you could see an RV parked right there. And then you see, these are all tweakers now. This is all tweakers have moved into the property. And this happened so you could see the destroyed building. There was a house right there, which a 4-bedroom house, which is completely gone. And the RV that me and my psycho ex lived in is totally gone, except for the frame of the RV, which is still sitting on the property. So from here all the way to the corner here is the whole place just burnt down. And then from here to the rest of the block, which is the rest half of the block that goes to there, didn't get any fire damage. Can't zoom in right. Okay, so a little backstory, which I went over yesterday. I'll go over it again. When I lived there, it was me and my psycho ex, and then there was another couple, Bonnie and Hank, and they were like, just your garden variety kind of boomers. They really beautified the place, their area. They did a lot of landscaping, and so it was really nice. Their place was really nice. And my place was not as nice as theirs, but my place was really nice. Like me and Hank, we did a lot to beautify the property and stuff, because the rent was so good. We wanted to give back to the property owner. And then the only other couple, Tina and Tommy, they were fucking hopeless tweakers. And so their area was always piled with shit and everything. And we just kind of did our best as neighbors to just not, poke the bear and just be nice and stuff. And they didn't really impose on us that much. And they were friendly, so we didn't, but they were fucking tweakers, so they had shit piled all over. So their place was not nice. It didn't look nice. But mine and my neighbor Bonnie and Hank, we did a lot. And so there was only 3 units. Mine and my psycho ex's, Bonnie and Hank's unit, and then Tommy and Tina's. There was only 3. And the electric was totally not up to code. Like, us living there was illegal. right? So the electric was not up to code. Okay. Now, in reference to the event with the fire, when the fire happened, the fire department claimed that they went in and did an investigation. So if the fire department truly did an investigation, they would have seen that the electric was not up to code. And then the fire department ruled the fire an electrical fire. So when you couple those two things, that the electric was totally out of code and it was illegal for anybody to live there, which the investigation would have found. And you couple that with that they claim it was an electrical fire. Okay. You know, the property would have been condemned. The property owner would have been told he cannot have anyone living there until he gets the electrical up to code, and they probably would have slapped a big fine on him and this and that. Because this area in question right here is a block from Main Street. Main Street. So it's I'm gonna get out of the car now. I mean, this is just right off of Main Street, like the main drag of this town. So Main Street is right there. That's Main. Oh wait, let me turn the camera around. Main Street is right there. Like it's just a block up the street, Main Street. You know. And this fire was massive, dude. Like everybody in town knew about this fire. Like it was like the big deal it was like the story of the month, so to speak. So the lighting's bad. I don't know how good I'm gonna get of footage, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'm gonna turn the camera around here, and I have to be somewhat covert because you know, well, first of all, these are all tweakers that live here. So, okay. So, you know, if they did a fire investigation, they would have known that the electrical was not up to code. They would have condemned the property, slapped a fine on the property owner because they said it was an electrical fire, okay? But instead of doing that, they did the opposite. There was never any code upgrade. And they didn't, the town did nothing about any of this. Just regarding the fire alone, they did nothing. And instead of, you know, like I said, there was only 3 units. There was me and my Psycho X, Bonnie and Hank, and the tweaker, okay? 3 units. Now you have one, let's see if I can get in. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 9 units, all plugged in to that out of code electrical thing. Like the electrical hazard now is 10 times or more worse than it was then. Okay, so the house, there was a 4-bedroom house right there where these 2 RV units are now, these 2 fifth wheels. That's where the 4-bedroom house was. That, if you notice, there is no even sign of a house there anymore, right? Okay, then next to these 2 units, you can, if you look, you could see the frame of the RV that me and my Psycho X lived in. That's where the fire happened, is the RV that me and my Psycho X lived in. And there is no RV left. If you look closely, you could see a frame. Again, if I could walk on the property and show you, it would really really clear up the storyboard of this. But then you see that building, that was once a building. That whole building caught on fire and is fucking toasted. It's all gone. Okay, and so now like I said, dude, like if I were to walk on the property and show you all the details, like it's completely insane. Like this is so fucking out of code. This is so illegal what is happening here on this property. Again, I can count them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is at least 9 units living on this property, plugged into the out of code electrical system that the fire department came in and found was not up to code, and you know, is connected to the conclusion that they claim they came to, that it was an electrical fire. So if it was an electrical fire, does this make sense that they would just allow fucking 9 or more units to be plugged into that same electrical fucking source that was allegedly the source of the original fire? Like, this is crazy, right? It's fucking crazy. How's it going, man? Yeah, my friend Sean owns the place. He just wanted me to grab some quick photos because I don't know, whatever's going on. I don't know. I guess the city might be coming in or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay, because Johnny was yesterday and 2 days ago here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But what? How many people live here?
Just 3.
3 people, yeah.
A lady over there, a friend, and me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What happened to the building and stuff?
I don't know. I was going to salon to work when I was come back 2 days ago.
It was gone? It's crazy,
it's
dude.
Not gone. The metal is in the floor and the trailer over there in the back.
Yeah. There was a fire and stuff here, though, like in, what, 2022 or something?
Like 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was coming to Courtside, because I'm from LA.
Okay.
Yeah. I have like 1 week a year when the thing caught a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It was not at the building. I think it was a trailer next to the building.
Next to the building, yeah. Oh, no, man. Have a good day, guys. Take care. All right, so I got those for you, Sean. I got that video. And so anyways, yeah, so you see. So this is all very interesting. So, and then it gets deeper. So I just recently been piecing the pieces of these puzzle together. Like, they said they did an investigation. In the investigation they claim it was an electrical fire, but that doesn't make sense. If they found it to be an electrical fire, they would have condemned that whole property, slapped probably a big fine on the property owner, and condemned it until the property owner, fixed the problem. But instead of doing that, he was allowed to immediately move in 9 fucking units, all plugged into that same illegal fucking out of code electrical source that was what the fire department claims was the source of the fire initially. And then, like you heard him say, I don't know if you heard him say, I asked him how many people are living there. He said 3. See, he's talking about the place that he lives. So there's 3 people living in the unit that he's staying in. So the amount of people you got living here is probably fucking fit. And they're all criminals. They're all like criminal, like meth heads. Like if I got good enough video, which I don't know until I look at it, but if the video is good enough to where you could get a clear picture of what those fifth wheels and stuff look like, it's totally tweakers, dude. They're fucking complete. It's just tweakers. Excuse me. I had to let loose and crack a rat there. But so, and this just continues. So let me turn the camera around. All right, so now a half a block up from the fire incident is, you see these giant dumpsters? There's 4 big giant dumpsters right here. Okay, this is Mike Roth's place. Okay, and Mike Roth is tied to this whole storyboard as well, but in a good way, not in a bad way. So Mike Roth. See, these dumpsters are the city came after Mike Roth's property here to condemn it. And the thing is so Mike Roth has been knowing about all this corruption in this town. He's lived here for fucking 18 years. And so he has been a thorn in the side of this town because he's like one of the few people that's trying to stand up to the corruption. He ran for sheriff some years back, and then they fucking, anytime anybody ever stands up to the corruption in this town, they just go after him. And then this is always the result. So they're fucking condemning his property. And that's what these dumpsters, these giant dumpsters, the town came in, brought these dumpsters in, came in with fucking forklifts and bulldozers and shit and started ripping his whole property apart. And they're coming back. That's why the dumpsters are here. The whole place is getting condemned. Okay. And on this property, all you have is Mike Roth living here. He doesn't have any there is no hazard of a fire or anything here like there is what I just showed you. Like Mike's place, there is nothing like that going on here. And so it's an amazing like juxtaposition when you look at what I just showed you with that massive fire fucking hazard with all those people, and the town completely looks over that. And then right next door to that, you got Mike Roth, who has been a controversial figure in this town for years because he's been going after the corruption in the local government. And like I said, look at what they're doing. Look at these massive dumpsters. They've already taken like 1/3 or more of the shit that was on his property has been thrown away. And they're going to take his entire property away from him. Because the amount of money they're claiming it's going to cost for this town to do all this to his property, they're going to put a lien on his property, and they're going to charge him with all the money they're paying for these dumpsters and bulldozers and all this bullshit they're doing to him, and it's going to end up like being like $150,000, and so they're going to put a lien on his property. They're just stealing everything from him. They're just stealing all this shit from him. And they're claiming it's because, it's that his property is a concern to the city. And I'm telling you, I just showed you right next door to his, you got fucking 9 units all plugged into a fucking a power source that is it's totally illegal. And according to the fire department themselves, is what caused the initial fire. Like, don't you understand? You don't see, maybe you don't understand. Like, if you're watching this video, like, none of this makes any sense to you. And again, it's hard to make sense of it too, because this story is a very, very deep story. I mean, it goes into witch cults, death cults, Satanism, fucking murder, death threats, arson. Like this shit is deep as fucking all hell that's going on. And so this going on with Mike Roth is just a small component. But the fire that happened to me, okay, I'm talking about murder, death threats, and arson. All happening to me on that corner that I just showed you. And it all happened in like a 2-week time period. All of a sudden out of nowhere, like a bomb went off. Boom. Out of nowhere. And my psycho ex was the cause of it all. Because of her involvement with these witches and fucking this meth death cult. This satanic meth death cult she'd been involved in behind my back that I didn't even know of. And because I didn't know, I didn't anticipate any of this. Like, because, these narcissistic psychopaths, like, they're masters of disguise. They're like lizard people and shit. And so, but anyways, and it's really crazy too, because Mike Roth, this guy right here, he's one of the few people in this town that knows what happened to me and knows that it was all real, because my story is so hard to believe, like, and it's so long, there's so much detail involved, it's such a complex story that people don't believe. Like, Mike Roth is one of the few people that not only, it isn't that he believes me, is that he knows it's true, because he's already seen all this happen. It's happened to him. He's lived here for 18 years. He's had the same shit happen to him as what happened to me. He's seen it happen to other people. He's seen it happen to other people where they didn't survive, you know, where when the shit came down on him, it fucking killed him. You know, I barely escaped with my life. And it isn't that he believes me, it's that he knows that what happened to me is real because it's happened to him. It's not even a surprise at all to him, right? And so I'm going to probably be posting some videos about Mike Roth because what's happening to him is only recent. This just started about a month ago, and the fucking town just came down on him. And it's because Mike Roth has been fighting all this corruption in this town. He's one of the only people that's been standing up to all this corruption in this town. And the corruption in this town, there he is right now calling me, more often than not involves arson, murder, death threats, the exact same thing happening